Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Shauna Marie Fisher. I'm hopping on a minute or so late tonight. Let's see here. I am here for my free little mini animal communication readings and then also to talk about animal communication for anybody that has any questions about that. So I'm just going to pull it up and see who's here. And those of you that are waiting to hear back from me, I promise I'm going to look at my messages tonight and get back to you. So sorry for any delay with that. Hey, Christy, good to see you. Hope you're doing well and that your beautiful baby boy is doing well too. So see here, I'm going to give it a minute and see who all hops on. I know I was a minute late and then I didn't post about this earlier that I was going to be on, even though I know most people know I do this every Sunday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So let's see here. I wanted to share this with you guys. Let's see here. I know most of you already have this, but this is my my information. It's my little link tree that has all my information on how to set up reading and all of that with me. So I'm going to make sure to share that. Ooh, and then I have a question here from Christy here. I don't know why I don't think it's letting me share that right here. Hold on. Let's see here. I don't think it shared it right. So let's see here. See here. I'm going to see if I can share it this way, and then I'll get to your question, Christy. Hold on just a second here. There we go. I just shared it a little too quick there, so I don't know how that works sometimes with Facebook. So give me a moment here, and then I'm going to come back to your question, Christy, because I see Christy has a question here. So give me a second here. I'm trying to get back to that screen. It just isn't letting me do it. Darn, Facebook is being tricky with me. So let's see here. Oh, there we go. Now I shared that right. I don't know why I don't know how to delete that comment from YouTube, but that's okay. It's fine, right? It is what it is. All right, and then I'm going to tune into Major here, and let's see here. There we go. Facebook is being so weird. I wonder if I actually go to YouTube if I can delete the comment. I probably can do that. So I'll do that afterwards. Hey, Carol, good to see you. Okay, so Major, oh my goodness. So Major, Christy, the thing that Major is showing me is he's like, I want to give more hugs. He's showing me like, I'm like jumping up in your lap and I'm giving more loves and I want more love time. I want more love time. He's like, I'm going to hop right up there and like have like hugs and cuddle and like love time. He's like, let's give me, let's get some more love. That's what he wants. He's like, I get a lot of love, but I want some more love. He's like, love time. So there we go. So there you go. And yes, please share with your group. And thank you for that, Christy. Like, oh my gosh, anybody that shares, like that means so much to me. So, oh yes, exactly. Right, Carol, I can just take care of that later. Exactly. That is true. Good point. And let's see here. And then you said, ooh, I like this question. She says, hey there, a friend of mine had a white lab mix show up at their house yesterday with a red collar on. They haven't found the owner. She is super sweet and well behaved. I'm wondering if she will end up living with my friend. Oh my goodness, I love labs. Any kind of labs, especially like the white yellow labs. Oh my goodness. So I feel like it's interesting. I feel like there's a good possibility that maybe she might end up living there with your friend. That would be so cool. And then your friend probably already did this, but just hey Karen, but those of you that are listening that don't know about this, if you ever find a dog or a cat, one of the most important things you can do is take it to like a local vet clinic and have it scanned for a microchip to see if you know, because sometimes sometimes they might have a chip, sometimes they may not. And I'm sure Carol's friend already checked with that, but they did. She said she's not chipped. They look so okay, cool. And then the other thing, I'm just going to use this as an example because this question came up, is I would suggest to them to, and hey Lisa, good to see you, for them to put up like check local Facebook groups like Lost and Found, like because in my area I live in, there's lost and found pets of, like Vancouver, Washington, and sometimes there's of different counties and cities. So I would have them look in there too, and then be really careful when they, if somebody does come forward with making, having them show pictures and documentation that that is their dog, because that's always really important as well. But I feel like there's something with this dog that she just like landed there, and sometimes that can happen where they just like magically, show up, and it just shows that it's like a thing that's meant to be, like they're meant to be where they landed. So sometimes that can really happen. You said they drove around the neighborhood too and have put it on Facebook. They have an awesome lake house. I think the dog chose them. Laugh out loud. I'd want to live with them. Yeah, I definitely feel like, yeah, it's like, hey, I'm here now. That's the message that I got from this dog, is like, hey, I'm here now. This is pretty cool here. This is pretty cool. So yeah, so I would say like if they're open to like keep her. I mean, like, oh my gosh, it sounds like a perfect house. I want to live on a lake house. Like that sounds cool. So yeah, so smart doggo, right? So keep us posted on that. I'm curious to see what happens, but good for them. They're doing like all the things that they should do, and then probably like with like a found report with like a local humane society or local shelter is always good too. When you find a pet too, that's always a good thing to do. And hey, Michelle, good to see you. And Carol says, "Well, do yeah," because I'm excited now. I want to see a picture of this dog. So let's see here. And thank you for those tags. Christy and Christy says, Shauna, thank you so much from me and Major. Thanks you. Much love. Oh, you're so welcome. And much love to you and Major. And Karen says, let's see here. My boyfriend's, oh, cool. Okay. I'm so excited to look at this photo here. I'll have to go and look at it afterwards. I'm so excited. So anyway, they said that's a picture of her. Let's see here. And hey, Kathy, good to see you, Kathy. All right, so let me get back to the comment here. My boyfriend's family has a Rottweiler, Belinda, that I swear has the same spirit as one of my dogs, a pit lab mix as a child, Sierra. So sweet. And it's interesting as I look at your message here, Karen, hopefully I'm saying that right. Hopefully it's Karen with a C and not a K. So if I'm wrong with that, please let me know. I'm just getting like a big heart like this. Like, yes, why yes? Like you recognize, like, yes, like mwah, from my lips to your ears, like is what I get. And that like yes, 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 that's that it's me. And how cool that you were able to recognize that presence. Like how amazing is that? Like that is such a cool thing. Like it's so cool. It's so cool when we can do that. So oh my gosh, Carol. So Carol just showed me a picture of this dog, and oh my gosh, Carol, like if that dog landed in my yard, I'd be like, okay, I would, oh my gosh, that dog is beautiful. Looks like it, like she could have like a little like shepherd husky, is what I'm thinking. So yeah, so there you go. Beautiful. She's beautiful, and she looks like she just fits where she's at. So like how perfect. They said, I know, so sweet. I have to head out now, but I wanted to stop by and say hi. Thanks for saying hi, Carol. Yes, our Pyrenees. Oh my gosh, our Pyrenees. Oh my gosh, that I tell you is what I want my next dog to be, is like a Pyrenees mix. I keep telling, let's see here, I'm going to pull this here. For those of you that don't know, my Luna here, my yellow lab, this is a book I wrote about her. I keep asking her, like when she comes back, when I have the right space, I would love her to come back as like a Pyrenees mix. That's what I keep seeing her come back as, because that's like, oh my gosh, a Pyrenees mix. Oh, I love them. And then there's a dog too with a M name, and I always say it wrong, but they look like the Pyrenees. I can't think of what that name is, but yeah, so there you go. And then Karen says it's so fabulous being able to recognize that energy. Feel so blessed to be reunited with them in a second time this lifetime, right? Isn't that so cool? And it's really cool because you bring up a good point, because it's like a lot of people are like, well, how would we know? How would we know, right? We just recognize that energy, right? And it feels familiar to us, and we might not recognize like right away, but but it eventually comes to us, right? Which is so cool. And that's actually, so my first book was about my Luna and I and our journey together, and just all the wisdom that she instilled in me, and all the like the stories of our journey together, and just how much she helped me so much. And anyway, the book I just started working on is going to be about kind of animal reincarnation. So about how they come back into our life, right? How we can recognize that that it's them, right? How we can recognize that it's them. Different things to look for, and just some different stories of my experiences, and I might share some other stories as well too. So it's going to be kind of a little bit of everything in that. So I'm so excited. I'm working on that now. So hopefully maybe sometime like early next year. Who knows? Maybe earlier. I don't know. But we'll see. That's my goal. And hey, Lee, good to see you. Good to see you. So let's see here. And hey, Michelle, let's see here. I like this. You said, is there a way I can get Kaya to stop scratching the screen in the window? She likes to look outside, but she's making holes in the screen. And you know what? Let's see. Michelle is, oh, and thank you so much, Karen. I'm looking forward to you reading it. Thank you. You know what she's showing me, Michelle, as I tune into your Kaya? She's showing me it's like somebody that's like panning for gold, and they have like a little like screen door, and they're using it, and they're kind of like shaking it out and shaking it around and all of that. She's like, hey, I'm looking for stuff. Like, I want to see clearer. I want to see clearer. So I'm like, I'm looking, and it's fun to scratch at. Like, I like make little holes, and it's like a little like peephole, and I could see more. I could see more. So she says, like, show her, like, okay, like we want to look out the window, then we just look out here, and just look out here only, that we just look out here only, and just keep seeing her like sitting there like a good little girl she is, and keep envisioning that she's not scratching on the screen. Just keep seeing her just sitting there not scratching on it. And hey, Cindy, she's showing me that you can have like a little like scratching thing for her. So they have those little like cardboard scratchers that are like those little like flat ones. She showed me like have something that she can kind of like knead into and sink her paws into, that's there, that's not the screen, that'll give her something else to scratch on, and just show her like, hey, it's more fun to like observe and look out the window and see everything. Show her that it's more fun to not scratch on the window. She says trying to do those couple things will help her, she says. So so there is that. And then, oh, Lee, fun. Lee says, I'm watching someone else's cat this week named Oliver, who seems to have taken quite a liking to me. Is there anything he might need from me aside from what I'm doing? Oh my gosh, he says he is like loving being with you. He says, I love it so much. And he says, just like soak up my wisdom and my loves, because he's like, I'm quite the affectionate one. And he makes me think of like my Nugget. She'll be like right up with me. She likes to give love and cuddles and love and just be right up in my grill, like right there. So she says he says that he just loves that. So he says to soak up all my knowledge and all my wisdom and have fun with me. And it's so funny. So the she is coming through, because Bernadette's like, I don't know if I like that so much. Like, you're spending time with another cat. She's like, I don't think I like that. But Oliver's like, oh, please, I have different knowledge that I'm offering him. So let me just offer that. He says, just like soak up his love and his wisdom. So he says, oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. He says he loves spending time with you. So there is that. And you're so welcome for the tip, Michelle. Happy to give you that tip. And good to see you, Erica. I think I've seen you on here before, Erica. Your name looks familiar. I know I've seen you here before, I think. And you said, hey, Shauna, my cats constantly laugh out loud all around me at something. Look all around me. Look all around me at something. Not sure what they see. Any ideas? So what they see is they're showing me, they see like little they see like little orbs around you. They see little orbs around you. They see little orbs around you. They see little orbs and like little light around you. They say we see little orbs, and we see like your gatekeepers and your guides working with you. They say we see your gatekeepers and your guides working with you. So that's what they see. And cats are so like in tune with that like spiritual realm. They're like so good at seeing that. So there you go. And hey, Brittany, good to see you. And hey, Julia, I want to let you know, Julia, I haven't forgotten about you. I'm going to message you back tonight. So thank you for your patience. You have been on my mind, and I've been trying to see what else I can pick up on. So promise I haven't forgotten about you, and you've been on my mind, and I've been sending you lots of love. And then Erica says, yes, thank you. You're so welcome. And then Lee says, he is very affectionate. He lies with me, and I guess he doesn't do that with anyone else. Laugh out loud. And I figure Bernadette would have an issue with, right? Bernadette's like, hey, even if I don't do that, it doesn't mean that anybody else can do it. She's like, no. And she has me have my hands on my hips right now. She's like, no. She's like, I don't think so. I don't think so. And you're so welcome, Julia. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. And then Kathy says, my cat, Patsy, has a daily habit of dragging a winter hat that has long tassels around at night. He makes a really funny meowing sound and kneads on the hat with his paws. It's really cute and funny. Do you know why he does that? Oh my gosh. So you know what he's showing me? He's like, I like the hat, and I'm trying to like get the tassels off the end. Like, this is really, really fun. And I'm trying to like move it all around, and I have fun. I have had fun moving it around, and it's really fun to do that. And he says it's like his like daily little thing. He's like, this is what I do. He's like, this is just what I do. And I love this. And this is just what I do. And it's really fun. And I'm just gonna keep doing it, and it's what I love. Oh my goodness. So let's see here. He says he just loves it. He's like, that's my hat. He's like, it's mine. It's mine. I love it. Hey, Emmy, good to see you, and good to see you, Lisa. Let's see here. And then Lee says, I actually said that earlier. Bernadette is going to have a problem with this. Yeah, and it shows you like how tuned in our animals are. Even if they're not with us, their energy and their presence and our thoughts are always connected, right? Because we're so intertwined with the animals in our life, right? We're so intertwined with them. And then let's see here. Brittany says, hey, wondering why Patch is attacking me when I scream at Moz. It took 10 minutes for me to rebalance the energy between us afterwards. She kept growling at me. How can I help her release all the things? Let's see here. She says to just like let her do it on her own terms. She's like, you do your stuff in your bubble, and I do my stuff in my bubble, and that will help to keep me balanced. And when you're doing that, like just kind of put like a bubble of energy around me, like that I'm not like a part of that is what she's saying. She says that will help me to release that and just keep seeing like, hey, remember like what a strong helper I am. She says, remember what a strong helper I am too. She says, remember what a strong helper I am. She says that's the most important thing you can remember is remember what a strong helper I am. And that she says that will help so much. And then Lee says, I reminded her when I saw her that I think she is the most wonderful and the most beautiful. And he said, LOL. She says, she's like, yeah, but she's like, mean it all the way. And don't just say it just because. She's like, mean it all the way. She's making me think of like somebody that gives like a Valentine's gift just because I have to do it because it's Valentine's Day. She's like, do it just like because, like you, not just because you have to. She says, she's like, oh, please. She's like, come on. She's like, I can see through that. She's like, who are you fooling? Oh my goodness, Bernadette. I love her. And let's see here. And then, okay, I got that question. Lisa, okay. Sorry, here. Sometimes the stuff goes through here. And Lisa says, can you check in with Charles and Winnie and see who is not using the kitty litter and what he is trying to tell me by pooping randomly around the house. So what I get is that it's Charles. Charles says it's me. Charles says it's Charles says it's me, it's me, it's me. And I'm like, I want more play. Like Charles is showing me like little things, like little balls, like that I can move around with my paws, like things I can move around with my paws. Like I'm showing you that I want more play. And then I want you to like have those moments where you kind of like sit still in that moment with me, and that presence of that moment is what Charles is saying. Like I'm showing you of things to reflect on. So when you see that happening, look at and see what's going on with you in that moment, and then me in that moment, and then that will help to that will help piece everything together. Is what I get there. So that's there, Lisa. Let's see here. And then you're so welcome, Brittany. And then Lee says, haha, she is such a sass ball. She is. I love Bernadette, man. She's just like, oh man. And hey, Barbara, she makes me think of like one of those Hallmark cards where it's like those shoebox cards where it's like that old lady on there like rah, rah. She's like, yep. She makes me think of that. I love her. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. And then Emmy says, hi, Shauna. A rescue guinea pig. Cami Lou is in bad shape. I'm pregnant. I gave her Reiki and suggested another pig to be placed next to her cage for moral support. Is there anything else that will help her? Just a second, Emmy. Lisa, so is he trying to get me to play more? He says yes. He's like, yes, yes, yes. He's like, yes, please. And he's showing me like your hand under something too. So you know how like you can put your hand under a blanket, and sometimes cats like that kind of thing too. He's like, yes, yes, yes. And things that he can engage and play with more too. He says, yes, yes, yes. So there is that. And Lee says, haha, yes, and thank you. You're so welcome. And there's a dual message with that, Lee, and I know you'll know what that means. So there's a dual message, and I know you'll know what that means. So there is that. So Emmy, with that guinea pig, I definitely feel like having another one in there will help. And I feel like a younger one, like a younger guinea pig, will definitely help. And to send this guinea pig Reiki and imagine like the pink energy around me, like the color pink, pink, pink. I feel like that will help, and just give me that moral support too, and keep showing that like I'm doing well, and keep picturing me in the optimum health, the optimal health. Keep seeing me at optimal health, and that will really help, is to keep seeing me at optimal health. And you're so welcome, Lisa. Let's see here, and then the other Lisa. So with Chloe's mom, Lisa. Is Chloe going to be okay in boarding in August when it's been over 100 degrees for 24 days straight? And I think it will be a lot hotter in August. Will they keep her cool? She says to make sure that they do. She's like, they do a good job there, but she's like, make sure that like if I need like a little like fan near me, that they like have like a little fan outside my my kennel, because Chloe's like, I don't like to get too hot. Chloe says, I don't like to get too hot. She's like, I don't want to get too hot. And so she's like, they always take such good care of me. So she's like, and she says, if I am too hot, like I'll make them know that I'm too hot, and then they'll keep me cool. She's like, don't worry, Mom. She's like, she says they will keep me cool. They'll keep me cool, because she says this is a really important trip and a really important thing that you have planned, that you need to do. So she says, I'll be good. And they actually have this thing too, and you can see maybe if they would let you bring this in the kennel. They have these things called cooling mats, and you can get them on Amazon, and it helps to keep them cool, like in the heat. So you know how a lot of times, like in the hot weather, maybe your dog might lay like on a hardwood floor or something like that. It's that same principle, because it helps to keep them cool instead of like laying on the carpet, or the carpet might be more like warmer kind of feeling. So on that like other surface, it can help to keep them cool. So you might want to look at that. And she says maybe look to see if there's like a fan that they can attach on the outside of her kennel. I'm like, okay, Chloe. So she says ask to see if they can do that. So she's like, make sure. But she's like, they always have taken good care of me. So she's like, don't worry, Mom, it'll be good. I'll be good, and it'll be good. And they're always good to me. They're always good to me. They're always good to me. So there is that. And let's see here. And Lee says, you know what it means. Okay, cool. I knew you get the other part of that message, Lee. And then Emmy says, thank you. Cammy Lou is 6 months old, so I'm sure her neighbor will ask her mom to envision optimal health as well. Yes, 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 yes. The optimum health. Yes, yes, yes. So keep envisioning that, because the more we can do that and the more we project things like that, the more that amplifies that too, right? If we picture that positivity and all that, that definitely really can make a huge difference, right? It's that impact. Envision what you want, right? Hold that vision that way. It's really amazing. And then Lee says, that's neat about the cooling mats. I'm going to look into that. Yeah, they're so cool. You get on Amazon, them dogs, cats, all of that. Like the cooling mats are amazing. And they have like cooling pads that you can put like in their crates and kennels too. So they're really, really cool stuff. So I know my dogs don't like blankets in their kennels because they get like too hot. They're like, get that out of there. So anyway. And you are so welcome, Lisa. I'm happy to reassure you. And Chloe's like, don't you worry. She's like, I would let them know if something wasn't right. She's like, they would know. So I love Chloe, and I'm happy to reassure you there, friend. And then, oh, cool. Emmy says Petco had cooling mats extra large for $70. The dog loves it. That's awesome. That's so cool. I love it. Those cooling mats are amazing. And hey, Nikki, good to see you. Yeah, those are amazing. So Nikki has a question too. Nikki says, my dog has been wandering around acting like he is waiting for something or looking for something the last few days. I told him we are home and staying home and staying home now. Is he okay, or is he worried about something? Let's see here. What he's showing me is like he's having me touch my stomach. He's like, what's bothering you right now? He wants you to tune into like what's bothering you and like what are you like worried about and nervous about and what are you unnerved about? He says that it's that energy. And then he shows me that there's like this toy. He showed me something that's like a baseball. It makes me think of like a baseball of this thing that I have. Like, where is it? Like something that makes me think of like a baseball, but I don't necessarily think it's a baseball, but something that makes me think like a baseball. That it's like, where is that? Where is that? Where is that? And that's what he says. And he says that you are my whole heart, and I just like look to you. I look to you. I look to you, and I have so much love for you and so much love for you. So hopefully that helps. And hey, Tracy, glad you guys are able to catch a live finally. Yeah, so I do this every for those of you that don't know, I do this every Sunday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And then these are just like short little kind of readings. I do longer, more in-depth readings that are 30 minutes, 60 minutes, or 90 minutes. So those are definitely, longer work, where you can have more like kind of dialogue back and forth, but these are just quick little readings, which are good too. And then hi, Iris. Let's see here. And then so POTUS, hopefully I'm saying that right. Is it POTUS? I hope I'm saying that right. That's a cool name. Is still having bouts of aggression toward me. And I'm wondering if it's something that happened at the groomer or if he's just trying to be dominant. Okay. So, it's interesting. So he's had me go like this. He's like, okay, cool. That's how you say it. I love it. Yay. So what he showed me is like, boom, like this. Like it's, oh, good morning, Kate. Good to see you, Kate. Yeah, so it's Monday for you and Iris, I think. Monday for you guys, like in the morning, we're here, it's in the evening. So the different time zones. So what I get with POTUS is like, boom, there's like wait, which role am I? It's that. And then it was like the something that happened like with the snippy groomer. There was like a groomer that was like really snippy, and it's like I literally like want to grab my necklace like this and like just like rip my like I'm not gonna do it because I love this necklace, but I almost want to like rip my necklace off, like like it's that energy of that person there at the groomer was really dominant, and like things have kind of shifted after that because that energy of that person was just like and just remind me, like POTUS says, hey, remind me, like if I'm like that, then like you don't engage with me when I'm doing that kind of like aggression, like don't engage with me in the way that you were engaging with me. Like give me a distraction, like have like a stuffy or a chewy or something that I can go and chew on instead. So then it's not amplifying that behavior. Because what I get with POTUS is when I'm in that mode, it's like it gets super elevated. So instead of like having me elevate, like go distract me with something else, be like, okay, here's this. This is like this, like maybe it's like a special like little football like fuzzy toy that only comes out at these times, and that's like the distraction that I'm going to give you to help to kind of keep you centered again and to help keep you balanced. Is I'm going to bring this out, and it's only going to be at these times that I bring this out, and then keep reminding POTUS like, hey, you know what, like we are together, like we're a team, like we are a team, we are a team, and just keep reminding me that we're a team, that we work together, that we work together, that I don't have to be dominant like that, that we work together and we can work in sync and we can work in harmony and we can work together, together. So that's what I get there. Oh, it's Monday morning back at work, and then Iris says 12:30 p.m. here. Cool, awesome. It's so cool to have those different time zones, right? And so I love that. And then Tracy says, that's what I was afraid of. Thankfully, I'm learning to groom him myself. I'll try that for sure. Thank you so much, Shauna. You're so welcome. And he says he doesn't want you to feel bad, because he says, you know what you know now, and you didn't know what you knew then. So go with what you know now. Is what I get. And POTUS says, thank you for now knowing and working with grooming me. And like, we're going to get through this together. We'll get through this together. Like we're there for each other. We have each other's backs, and we're going to get through it like this. We're going to get through it, and we're going to get through it together. And it's going to be good. Like we got this, and we're going to get through this. So yeah, so you're so welcome, and much love to you guys, because that's so hard, when we go through that, so really pay attention to like your animals behaviors. Like if you have somebody that's like a dog walker, or does any kind of like grooming with your dog, or like a place you board your pets, or could be like a place you have your horse, or somebody that comes to take care of your cat when you're out of town. Like pay attention to how your animals react after that person is around, like because that can kind of gauge, like listen to your animals, like when they're trying to like give you clues on things like that, because it can kind of bring new awareness. So there is that. So yeah, so good for you for listening, Tracy. Good for you for listening. And then Kate, okay. Kate says, funny question, but can you tell if Angus has had a past life with any of our family members? Just curious about how he ended up here. We love him to bits. What he's showing me is I had a past life with like a male. So he's showing me like an uncle kind of energy. He's like showing me like an uncle, like somebody that's like a male, that's like an uncle. I've had an experience with them, somebody that's like a male, that's like an uncle. He just keeps making me think of like Uncle Buck. And wasn't that like a John Candy movie or something like that? Uncle Buck. He's like the uncle energy. He's like, that's me, like the uncle energy. And I love that you're bringing that up, because that's like that's so like reassuring that a couple of you guys have brought up like past life stuff, because that's really going to be the premise of my second book is talking about that past life and reincarnation with pets, because I feel like that's such a needed topic. And I'm going to have some other stuff in there as well. So if you guys have anything that you would like to hear about and know about, definitely feel free to put that in the comments, or send me a message and say, hey, what about this or what about that? Definitely feel free to let me know. And he loves you to bits too, by the way. Angus says, I love you to bits too. Yes, he was the uncle of one. Do you mean he was the uncle of one of us? Yes, that's what I get. Like he is like an uncle energy is what he showed me, like an uncle. And he showed me like it was like an uncle, This is somebody that was like an uncle. So it could be like an actual uncle that was like a family member, or like a friend that was kind of like an uncle. He showed me as like the uncle energy, the uncle energy is what he's showing me there, the uncle energy. So there is that. So yes. So there you go. You're on to something there. I love that. So and yeah, it is so cool, right? And I love that you guys are like open and receptive to all of that. I think that is super cool. So there is that. So yeah. And then let's see here. And I don't see any other questions coming through. I think this might just be a quicker live tonight. It just kind of depends. And I'm going to remember next week to actually like post about this earlier to kind of give you guys a reminder, because I meant to do that earlier today and then I totally spaced that. So you know what that happens. It's okay, right? Uh, we're human, and there you go. Oh, hey, Denise. Good to see you, Denise. I've been wondering about how you and Angel are doing. Let's see here. It says any messages about from or about Angel now that we're here in Portland. So the first thing that came through is, phew, like phew. We're here now. So now like I see like there's like what Angel showing me is like, oh, I can see things are opening up. There's like this tunnel opening up. Like there's like light opening up from the tunnel. It's like the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, oh my gosh, like we're closer to like finding the place that is gonna be our place. It's gonna be our place. So Angel's like, yeah. Well, I'm excited about this because I see like see that's coming, and I'm really excited to like put down more roots now where me and my person go, is what Angel says. Angel says I'm really excited to put down more roots where me and my person are. And so Angel's really excited about that. Angel says, yeah, yippee ki yay, like I'm so excited to be back and to be like in Portland. It's like Angel's like, yeah, like I've been here before, so it's really cool. And then, hey, Marla, good to see you, Marla. And then Emmy says, I always wonder if any of my hamsters have been reincarnated and come back to me again. Yes, they do. Popeye says, yes, twice. Like Popeye's like, I've been with you before a couple of times. Popeye says, I've been with you before a couple of times, is what Popeye says. So there is that. And then Marla says, my mare Vintage is indeed pregnant. Oh my goodness, that's exciting. But let's see here. The other part of the message is, however, she wants nothing to do with people. Is there a way to make her understand I have to handle her in order to help her? She was a rescue. She says just keep showing me and reassuring that like you're going to keep me and my baby safe, and that I don't have to like protect my baby right now. You're going to help keep us safe, and like and do some energy work too, because she's showing me that like my body feels weird and I'm not used to like things like moving around in my body. So that would be like the mare moving around in there. She's like, I'm not used to this. I'm not used to this. I'm not used to this. So she says, show me that I'm safe, that like, and that you're there to help me and you're there to help my baby. And just show that like my baby is like just as important to you as I am, and that you're there to help me, and have it be like you be like the main person that's there helping me, is what's really important. Like you be the main person that's there helping me. So then I don't have like too much overwhelm, is what I get there with with uh with Vintage. And sending you guys lots of love. And she says remind me that we're gonna keep my baby here too. She's like, I want to keep my baby. I want to keep my baby here with me. I want to keep my baby here. That that's what I want, to keep my baby with me, so, and with you. So there is that. I feel like there's going to be really something special about this baby. Like it makes me think of like a white buffalo being born or something like that, even though I know it's not going to be a white buffalo because it's a horse, but like it's something like that energy. There's going to be like a sacredness about this horse, is what I get there. And then Denise says, thanks, Shauna. He's never been in Portland or the Pacific Northwest with me, but you never know what his adventures have been previously. Yeah, because he's like, hey, I feel like I've been here with you before, because like he can feel like your energy like buzzing with that area. So he's like, hey, we're back again, and I'm here now, like actually with her now, instead of like where it was like he could feel you like in the energy of it but not actually being there. So he says he's really excited about that. He's like, yeah, woo woo. So that's super cool. And then Emmy says, OMG, Popeye's been with me before, so cool. Can you describe the hamsters or what we did together? He says there's one hamster, like he showed me like, I don't know if it was like it's more like a guinea pig or a hamster, but he showed me like one that was like kind of white and had red. He says I was like white and red too. He says I was white and red too. But I feel like maybe it was like more like a gerbil or a guinea pig. He's like I was white and red before too, and then I was more kind of like the kind of like reddish blonde hamster too, like another hamster, but that was like special like me. That was special like me to you, he says. So there's that. He said, you'll know. He's like, just think about it and you'll know and you'll know and you'll be able to feel it and you'll know and you'll know. And then Denise says, ah, yes, yes, I love that. I'm so excited because now it's like you have that whole venture unfold of like, okay, like where is this gonna take me here in the Pacific Northwest, right? Like where am I gonna go? It's like it's exciting. I love the Pacific Northwest myself. So there we go. So I think I don't see any other questions, and I see people are kind of starting to drop off here, which that happens. It's Sunday, it's summer, people are like, barbecuing and doing things like that, right? That happens. So let's see here. So I think I'm going to get ready to wrap it up, and I'm so glad that you guys all tuned in. Like, thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, you're so welcome, Emmy. What a mystery. Love you too, Emmy. I know, right? It's that mystery, right? And it all comes together sometimes, right? When we just like sit with it and see see what comes. So there we go. So you gave me an idea about like a meditation to create. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. I'll keep you in the mystery of that, but I just have a good idea for that. So there we go. So I hope you guys have a great week as well. And thank you again so much for tuning in. And then I will be back next Sunday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And again, thank you so much for joining me. I love connecting with you guys all on these weekly lives. So thank you so much again for tuning in. And I hope you all have a great night. And I'll look forward to connecting with you again at next Sunday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. All right. Bye for now. Thanks.